My name is Sheila Mitchell, and I'm from South Africa. I am a trusted seller in TBC, and my email address and my Facebook addresses are both in the definitions below. Um, Tonight, I want to talk to you about the transactions, the migration, and the new wallet registration. It's quite fascinating uh, that has just come out, and I think it is a good thing if we can share if I can share the screen and then show you people what then happens in order to migrate and get into the new wallet. So I'm just going to share my screen at the moment. There's my screen. I I was absolutely fascinated by this um, Victory logo here. There's our Kringle logo, and it is beautiful. It really is a beautiful logo, and all the highlights around it to light it up, with virtually showing that TBC is worldwide. There's your world, and it's sitting on top of the world. There's the world at the bottom. I think it is such a telling and beautiful logo. In fact, I've decided to take this, I've made a screenshot of this, and I am going to put it in my timeline. So, because I need to change the picture there. So I think I'll put this picture into my timeline. I think it's going to look beautiful. This is really the most beautiful picture. It's caught my eye straight away. Now, we're going to talk, as I said before, we're going to talk about the transactions, migration, and new wallet registrations. Here is somebody's video about it. You can read it later on. I'm not going to open it or even try to show it to you because so far I have not found out how to upload somebody else's well, shall I say, how to share somebody else's um, video because I get the picture but not the sound. So until I've learned how to do that, I'll stay away from that. Now, this, as you all know, is um, our old URL for the old wallet or the present wallet, uh, which is the https://tbc004.net. Now, just down here is the transaction, uh, the URL for the new wallet, and that is https://tbc009 now. So that's a change. It used to be 004, now it's 009.net. Please take note of that so that you will remember that in future. Now, yeah, the admin is saying transactions on um, http://tbc004.net are confirming now, even if it is still slow, you can expect to be able to do one transaction a day on it. Now, please remember that means that you are not to go above, don't try and do another transaction before that one is complete. And here are a few um, uh, uh, a bit of advice that admin has given you. If your transaction on it takes longer than 30 minutes to confirm, then you will notice that it will say cancelled. And at some point within a 24-hour period, and then it will say 15 to 30 minutes later, it will say confirmed. So first it will say cancelled sometime during the 24 hours after posting it, and then after it said cancelled, if you wait for another 15 to 30 minutes after it said cancelled, it will change to confirmed. That's because we coded a push through mechanism for all cancelled transactions. In other words, they were being, I presume, being automatically cancelled. And so um, admin coded a push through mechanism to push those migrations through. The mechanism runs every 15 minutes automatically. So do not do another transaction on the old wallet until you see a confirmation of the last transaction. That is very important because if you do, you're going to be in trouble. Do not do another transaction on the old wallet until you see a confirmation of the last transaction. Good news. Most of you that need to do a lot of transactions may migrate over to the new blockchain once you have completed the redemption. So remember that if you've got cookies that still have to be redeemed, do not migrate yet because then you're going to have to wait until November, the end of this year, to migrate those cookies. So do not migrate them over yet. Um, Most of you have that need to do a lot of transactions can migrate over to the new blockchain once you have completed the redemption process of this period. Now, now we'll go to the transaction of on http colon slash slash tbc 009.net, which is the new wallet, are showing confirmed within 30 seconds to 2 minutes at this time. What a change. I mean, with the old one, it's one a day. Now, within 30 seconds to 2 minutes at the longest at this time. And we are hopeful that with some additional development, we can even speed up that time. This is amazing because, I mean, I've sent things like Bitcoin to another Bitcoin address, and it's taken a few hours at least, sometimes a few days, but usually it's a few hours. That new wallet will not show users to do additional transactions until the last transaction has been confirmed. Now, that is a good thing because you've got to remember that the new wallet will not do allow users to do additional transactions until the last transaction has been confirmed. It is a way better wallet and coin network system. So remember, as TBC said in a previous blog, um, especially the old wallet and even the new, it's not an A47 where you just bang, 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 bang and everything um, within, you've shot bullets galore within seconds. You must complete the one transaction and then do the next one. But with the new wallet, they are so quick. I mean, 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Who wants a quicker one than that? Now, at the end of last week, an odd situation came up in the data center. Now, let's face it, with these blockchains and things like that, there are always going to be the odd situations that will happen, and we've just got to accept it. It's part of the internet now. But I mean, it's just got to be accepted, and these problems can be fixed. So once again, at the end of last week, an odd situation came up in the data center hosting our new wallet server, and it resulted in operation system of that server getting corrupted. Our tech team had the database of new registrations opened at that time and were forced to turn the server off. We had to wait until Monday in that time zone for the data center tech team to return back to work to install our new wallet software into a new server. You know, um, it's amazing this change of time. I've only really become aware of it since I've been in TBC. Um, I'm getting quite good at working out what time zones there are because where I am in South Africa, um, the on the west of America, it's PDT time, and they are 9 hours ahead of me. At least, rather, it's the other way around. I'm 9 hours ahead of them. So it's bizarre. Um, I've been going and I've noticed it on our chats and so on. I'm telling people, good evening, people, and then good morning, people, from the other side of America. And even the other one on the east side, they are 6 hours ahead of me. So in America itself, there's already a 3 hour difference between their time. At least in South Africa, we have the same times throughout South Africa. But in America, it's 6 hours um, bef- on the East Coast. Now let's go back to this again. Um, how they had to they had to reinstall their software into a new server. But since the database was in the open position when this happened, it may have corrupted the database files as well. So this was a problem for them because if those database files were corrupted, then they would be no good. It will take us a few days of work to find out if that is the case or not. So they're going to go through all those files and check if they are okay. A few thousand of our members had already completed their steps of migration when this happened. We have decided to move forward regardless of the database files, regardless if the database files were corrupted or not on the old server. But all of those that went through the migration process before we turned off the server will have to go through the process of registration again on the new server. That's just unfortunate. It's one of those things that happen. And what can we do about it? They've got to keep the service going and they've got to repair the server. So um, admin is actually asking people uh, who have to redo their migration to just be understanding about it, please. The starting point of all is the migration button at the back office of the Kringle cache. If you had already passed the send button test, the system will recognize that and will immediately step you through the registration process so you don't have to do the test again. No coins have been lost, so don't worry about that. And just do as you did before. And it is best if you use the exact same info you used the first time you migrated. In other words, uh, input the same email and password that you used before. Otherwise, it won't recognize it. And I somehow wonder if we shouldn't even use the same username that you used before. admin says email and password, but there is the username as well. Um, this is very important. It's important to keep your information too. Once you've migrated and you've got your password and your email address and so on, don't change it without contacting admin, especially your email address, and if you want to change your username as well, because if anything happens, you will not be able to get into your um, wallet or back office if you have not got uh, the necessary email addresses. I actually have a member who she joined TBC and then just became totally inactive. She was busy with other things. I don't know what, but she was busy with other things and she became totally inactive. And then suddenly she decided, but she's got a lot of TBC in there already. So she had better have a look and see what she's got. And she couldn't get into her back office or into her wallet. And she contacted me in a panic and said, I've been battling and battling to get into my back office, and there is nothing because I've got the money now. I want to pay my TBC, my $10. And she hadn't had the money before. She got the money now and she wanted to pay it, but she couldn't get into her back office. I said, well, give me your details and I'll try from my side. So I tried everything and absolutely nothing worked. So obviously, she had the wrong email address and the wrong password. And I said to her, but didn't you save them somewhere? Go back and see if you haven't saved them somewhere. And she couldn't. Eventually, she called me yesterday with great glee. She says, I managed to find my old email address because she changed her email address as well and didn't realize that she couldn't just put in another email address into her to get into her back office. And she found her old email address and her old password. So she was okay. Um, but I will have a word with her. I've told her that I've told her how to go about paying her $10 and um, to answer all the questions and update uh, her profile. And I've told her to come back to me again, and then I will do some extra training with her. So if you hadn't already migrated, remember that you do have 90 days to migrate. Now, that would be from the beginning of May until the end of July. And you have over a week's more time to accumulate more cookie rewards before the end of May. And you should redeem your cookies before you migrate. This is so important. Admin has stressed that so often. So please don't come at in June and say, oh, I haven't migrated my cookies. My cookies are still there. Well, they'll just have to stay there until November and then you can redeem them. Pity and sorry for you, but admin has warned us over and over again to redeem our cookies and wait until don't redeem them now when you know there's still cookies coming in. Those of us who are doing broadcasting, we're earning um, money to for each time we do a broadcast. We're earning money each time we attend a send button meeting. So we should wait until the very end of the month and then redeem our cookies. If you have already redeemed your cookies for May and want to migrate, then you can now, by pressing the migration button in the back office of Kringle Cash and follow the instructions laid out in this article. This uh, article here that they've given the URL for is the one that I read through with the previous blog. sorry, my previous before the last uh, um, broadcast. And I went through all that of how to migrate and what the steps were, and for the 10 questions, and what the answers were, and so on. I did go through all that for you, but you can read it again. Just click on it and read it again and see what it says again if you maybe you missed my broadcast for that. Now we carry on. Tomorrow, a new wallet button will appear in the same place the migration button appears for the new members now. It's not the old members, those new members that signed up as of April the 30th, 2018. So all those are going to automatically get their new wallet. You won't see a migration button. They, they need to basically follow the same steps in the article above and set up a new wallet by passing the send button test. They have to still pass the send button test and completing payment of the $10 admin fee. That is essential that they are going to have to um, pay that fee. To save time, they can go ahead now and pay the $10 fee and then wait for their payment status to show paid before they click on the new wallet button. Admin, people are always in a hurry, and now they want to see their send button straight away, and they want to see how many cookies they've got and how many kringles they've got in their uh, 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 for their gift and that sort of thing. Of course, they will in the new wallet. They will not be getting a gift as we've been giving them before. They will get uh, cookies worth 25,000 kringles, and only when they've paid their fee, they will be able to uh, get the actual money, at least not their money, their kringles. Admin accepts Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum for payment. It's Admin has really gone out of their way to make it as easy as possible to do the various payments. It is wise to pay the high miners fee when doing a cryptocurrency transaction payment, because all coins will push those transactions through much faster, so you can show paid in the status. Some have attempted to either pay the low miners fee or not pay any minor fee at all, and then complain that their status shows unpaid for a long time. It all depends on the Bitcoin and your um, server and that sort of thing with the Bitcoins. You can't have a second button until you have confirmed payment for from you. It is as simple as that. So you're not going to be able to get into your uh, um, back office until you've uh, uh, paid your $10. You can't have a send button. I'm very sorry. You can't have a send button. The send button is in the wallet until we have confirmed payment from you. It is as simple as that. So for the new people, what they'll have to do is they'll have to answer those 10 questions to make sure that they understand what they're getting into and what TBC is all about. This is very important. So many people that I've recruited for that matter, um, all they want to do is, when can I get my money? When can I get that gift that you've given me? I need it. I've got no food for money for food. I wonder what they did beforehand. And I must have money for food. I've got children. I've got to feed them, and so on. What did they do before they we gave them this gift. If you need to, you can go to the payment support area and submit a ticket if you need support to investigate a lagging payment made. Now, here are all different ways that you can pay your $10 um, through Bitcoin. Rather try and, as far as possible, do it through Bitcoin because the credit cards do not seem to work very well. Until a little while ago, the credit cards were the Mastercard used to work. Now I don't know if that still works, but it's actually better to be able to pay it via Bitcoin. And if you haven't got Bitcoin, well then ask in the chat room if there's anybody who can help you out, and you send them the money and they will send the Bitcoin off for you. Now, these are the ways. Make payment with Bitcoin. Straightforward. You've got the Bitcoin, you pay. Buy Bitcoin with a credit card. So you could actually buy Bitcoin with a credit card. They enable you to do that. Or you exchange PayPal for Bitcoin. So if you've got PayPal, you can actually buy your Bitcoin via PayPal and then send it on to them. 1 month extension is $1 USD. 12-month annual extension is $10 USD. Now already you can see there, if you're going to pay 1 month at a time, you're going to pay $12. If you pay 12 months at a time, you're only going to pay $10. Who doesn't go for a good deal and a slightly less payment that has to be made? You can also pay with Litecoin, make payment with Litecoin. uh, a lot of people are keeping Litecoin and collecting Litecoin and Ethereum because they're actually doing quite well. So you can also make payment with Ethereum. So there are three ways of making, well, actually, it's the Bitcoin, the Litecoin, and the Ethereum are the three, but then there are ways that you can obtain your Bitcoin. Please note that if you pay less than $10, you will receive 1 month extension for every $1 you have paid. So, in other words, be very careful when you send that Bitcoin um, or Ethereum or Litecoin that it is the correct um, amount that you are sending. You can Google it and find out just how much $10 is in whatever coin you want to pay. And I would suggest paying a little bit more than what they say in Google because sometimes they miscalculate or the price goes up. Uh, if you and then you're when by the time they receive your money, it will not be the full $10. So I would suggest paying a little bit more. Um, because if you spend $10, you'll actually receive 1 month extension for every $1 you paid. So you might find that you paid for, let's say, 9 months, and then the ninth month you've got to pay it again. But you won't if you haven't. If you do it that way, you will not get a send button at all. You've got to pay the $10 in order to get the send button. You may make multiple payments, but only a full payment of $10 will extend your back office for 1 year and cover the lifetime wallet fee. Now, this is a great thing. Um, your back office and your cover of the lifetime wallet fee for just $10. I mean, please, I've been in MLM and internet marketing, and I want to challenge anybody where you're going to find um, a program that you have to pay less than $10 a year. I do know one program you pay $9.50 a month, but usually they are anything from 25 to $50, even $60 a month that you have to pay. And yeah, all uh, um, admin is asking us to make to pay $10 for our back office, and in addition, they allowing it to pay for a lifetime wallet fee. So once you've got your wallet fee paid, um, and then every year you are going to repeat those $10 to pay for your back office. Okay, I see my time has um, passed. And I'll just quickly point out, click here for faster crediting of your payment for payment support issues. Complete this form with your transaction details. So if you have a problem with any issues with the payment, you can go to support, and there will be a form that you can complete with all the details. Please put all the details in. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now and go back to my normal screen, just to say thank you very much for those of you who have been watching. And I do want to thank those who have joined my program and subscribed to my program. Thank you very much for that. Um, I will see you all again on Sunday night. Good night.